Hello students, welcome to Sitaram IAS tutorial. So in this video, let's learn about chapter 2 of class 6 geography, globe, latitudes and longitudes. So this is one of the most important lesson. From this lesson, a UPSC question was framed and also will be framed in future. So listen carefully. The miniature form or a mini earth is called a globe. In this figure you can see here. So here in this picture, you can observe a fixed needle in a tilted way. This one. So point to note is the needle like this is not fixed in 90 degrees. It is fixed in 66.5 degrees angle. So this fixed needle is called axis. It passes through 2 points. It is called poles. The upper one is called the North Pole and the lower one is called the South Pole. So the globe, when rotated, moves from west to east. So the real earth revolves around the sun in a tilted way in the 66.5 degrees angle. And for globe, the needles are fixed, but for the real earth, such things are not fixed. So it just rotates as if the needle is fixed. Next one is the equator. The equator divides the earth into two equal parts, the upper part and the lower part. The upper part is called the northern hemisphere and the lower part is called the southern hemisphere. The equator is the circular line that divides the earth into two equal parts, and based on the equator as a reference point, other places can be located. The parallel circular lines to the equator are called the latitudes. Okay, so in the northern hemisphere, all these are called the north latitudes. In the southern hemisphere, all these latitudes are called the south latitudes. So these are measured in degrees. Okay, from the center of the equator, when you draw a line to north or south pole, from the center of equator, when you draw a line from north or south pole, 90 degrees is obtained from the equator. Okay, so assume from north pole we are drawing a line from middle of the equator from here to here, so it is the 90 degrees angle. Okay, so the 90 degrees north latitude is called the north pole and the 90 degrees south latitude is called the south pole. Okay, other point is the latitudes present in the northern hemisphere are called north latitudes and the latitudes present in the southern hemisphere are called the south latitudes. Okay, for example, here the Chandrapur in Maharashtra and Belo Horizonte in Brazil both are located in 20 degrees latitude. Okay, so Chandrapur in Maharashtra and Belo Horizonte in Brazil are located in 20 degrees latitude, but the difference is between both the places. The Chandrapur is located in 20 degrees north latitude and Belo Horizonte is located in 20 degrees south latitude. So which direction, north or south latitudes, is very important to locate the places exactly. Okay, when coming to the latitudes topic, so equator is 0 degree latitude, north pole is 90 degrees north latitude, south pole is 90 degrees south latitude. So some other important latitudes are the 23.5 degrees north latitude. It is also called Tropic of Cancer. 23.5 degrees south latitude, it is also called Tropic of Capricorn. 66.5 degree north latitude is called Arctic Circle. 66.5 degrees south latitude is called Antarctic Circle. So till now we have learned latitudes, equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, and North Pole and South Pole. So I hope you got a clear idea of all these basic topics. Okay, so now let's learn about the heat zones. This is one of the important topics. Okay, so look at the picture over here. this one. Okay, so here the torrid zone, the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. These three are the different types of heat zones. So the heat zones are based on the amount of heat received by different zones. Okay, so the torrid zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. This zone receives the maximum heat. The angle of the sun's rays is exactly overhead. Okay, for that reason the torrid zone receives the maximum heat. Next is temperate zones. So here the temperate zones are two types. One is north temperate zone and the other one is south temperate zone. The orange color one is the temperate zones. The upper one is north temperate zone and the other one is south temperate zone. So north temperate zone lies between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. South temperate zone lies between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. And the frigid zone is located between Arctic Circle and North Pole and Antarctic Circle and South Pole. The gray area is the frigid zone. Now the next topic is longitude. So I hope all these heat zones are very clear. So this diagram is very much important. So in mains answer writing also these questions will be coming. Okay, the next topic is longitudes. So the lines connecting the North Pole and the South Pole are the longitudes. Okay, and coming to latitudes, latitudes are parallel to equator. Okay, the longitudes are the lines connecting from North Pole to South Pole. So the longitude that exactly divides the earth into two equal halves, that is the middle one, the center one, which divides the earth into two equal halves of eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere, is called the prime meridian. This one, the 0 degree longitude, is the prime meridian. It divides the earth into eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. So it is the 0 degree longitude. It value goes from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Okay, so here it divides into two equal halves, right? So its value goes from 0 degree to 180 degrees east longitude and 0 degree to 180 degrees west longitudes. Okay, so here one important point to notice: 180 degrees east and west longitudes are on the same line. Okay, that is why only 180 degrees is mentioned. So all the longitudes are the semicircles, and the distance between the longitudes decreases as they approach the poles. Okay, the distance between the longitudes decreases as they approach the pole. So at poles, all longitudes become 0. So remember, all these meridians, all or longitudes, are only imaginary one. Okay, so there is a British Royal Observatory. So here you can see there is a prime meridian. So there is a western hemisphere, there is a eastern hemisphere. So the distance between the longitudes decreases when they approach the pole, and 180 degrees east and west longitudes are the same line. Okay, so here there is a British Royal Observatory. So here in this one near Greenwich there is a British Royal Observatory. So all the countries have decided to count from the meridian that passes through the Greenwich Observatory. So here generally the meridian is 0 degree longitude, but we don't know where exactly the earth center point is. Okay, so where there is a Greenwich, that is a British Royal Observatory, they thought that from that the longitude which passes through that observatory will be the 0 degree longitude. So that's why it is fixed. Okay, the Greenwich latitude, or the longitude from where the British Royal Observatory is passed, that longitude is the 0 degree longitude. Okay, so that meridian or longitude are same. Okay, so that meridian is called the prime meridian. Okay, this one. So it divides the earth into the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. So using latitudes and longitudes, we can spot the exact location. Okay, so both these latitudes and longitudes are very much important to point out the exact location on the earth. So now look at the world map over here. So here you can see the Greenwich longitude or the prime meridian. So the middle line is called the Greenwich longitude. So this map is used for measuring the time. Generally, the time is measured based on the movement of Earth, planets and moon. So look at this map. Here G is Greenwich. So those which are located east of the Greenwich are ahead of time. Okay, you can see in the lines here, +2, +3 are mentioned, +4.5, +5, +8 are mentioned. So these areas are ahead of Greenwich time, and the west of the Greenwich are less than the Greenwich time. So to understand this concept clearly, let's take Greenwich, India, USA for example. Okay, so if the time in Greenwich is afternoon 12 o'clock, okay, here it is afternoon 12 p.m. So in India it is 5.5 degrees more. You can see here it is +5.5. Okay, so here in India it is 5.5 hours more. So it will be, if it is 12 in the afternoon in Greenwich, then it will be 5:30 p.m. in the evening. And in the USA it lies to the west of Greenwich. Okay, here you can see it is mentioned -7. So the time will be the early morning 5 o'clock. So now the concept of calculating time based on this map is clear. I hope it. So let's move to the concept of calculating time using degrees. Okay, so here total we have 360 degrees and 24 hours. So for 15 degrees it is 1 hour. Okay, for 15 degrees it is 1 hour, and when you calculate 360 degrees in about 24 hours, so for 1 degree it will be, for 15 degrees it will be 1 hour. Okay, so if it is 15 degrees east of Greenwich, then we can say that the time is ahead of Greenwich. If it is west, then it is minus. Okay, so like that we can also calculate the time if the degrees are given. Okay, just we have to know whether it is east or west of the Greenwich. If it is east, then we have to plus. If it is west, then we have to minus. So based upon these map, if the areas are given like this, then we can, if it is given China, then it is +8. If it is given US, it is -7. Okay, like that we can calculate time based on the degrees also. So even in India, see, India is from 68 degrees east longitude to 97 degrees east longitude. One thing to remember here is only longitudes are used for measuring time. Okay, so from here to here, 68 degrees east to 97 degrees east, it is almost 19 degrees difference. Okay, so the time varies from Gujarat and also to the from extreme west to the extreme east, the time differs. Okay, it is about 1 hour 45 minutes difference from Dwaraka in Gujarat to Dibrugarh in Assam. Okay, so here the time difference is mentioned. So almost 1 hour 45 minutes difference is shown within the country itself. So um, for Indian railway system or for international airports, the time varies. So a standard meridian, the standard time for India should be framed. So for that, they have drawn 82.5 degree east longitude, which is exactly passes from the center of India. Okay, so this 82.5 degree east longitude is the standard meridian for India. Okay, this is a standard time measure. So based upon this, the time of India is calculated. Okay, so this 82.5 degrees is the Indian standard time. Okay, so this is about the timing, the time calculation, and we can calculate based upon this map. We can calculate the time based upon the degrees also. Okay, just we have to remember this map. Now coming to the exercises. First question is, what is the true shape of earth? So the true shape of the earth is geoid. Okay, geoid means earth shape. Next, what is a globe? Globe is the miniature form of the earth. Next is, what is the latitudinal value of Tropic of Cancer? So here you can see the latitudinal value means the horizontal line. So Tropic of Cancer is 23.5 degrees north. Tropic of Capricorn is 23.5 degrees south. So they asked, what is the latitudinal value of Tropic of Cancer? It is 22.5 degrees north. And what are the three heat zones of the earth? So we have three heat zones. One is the torrid zone, next one is temperate zone, and the third one is the frigid zone. So here you can see the middle part, the green area is the torrid zone, the orange area is the temperate zone, and the gray area is the frigid zone. So we have three heat zones. Next question is, what are parallels of latitudes and meridians of longitudes? So the parallels of latitudes are nothing but the lines which are parallel to the equator, and the meridians of longitudes are nothing but the lines which connect from north pole to the south pole. Okay, the latitudes are parallel to equator, the lines parallel to equator. Longitudes are the lines that connect from north pole to south pole. Next question is, why does the torrid zone receive maximum amount of heat? So just now we have learned that the torrid zone contains maximum amount of heat because the sun is exactly overhead. Okay, it is like this. So this is a torrid zone, and the sun rays fall exactly with the same, with exactly straightly. So here the heat absorption is very much. So for that reason, this torrid zone area is very much hot. Okay, the next topic is the next question is, why does the torrid zone receive? Okay, this one is over. Next is, why is it 5:30 p.m. in India and 12 noon in London? So just now we have learned. So here from the Greenwich, when we measure the time, so this London also passes through here. So here you can see England. So here when it is 12 noon, it will be 5:30 because it is, our India is east of the Greenwich. That means it is, the time is ahead of the Greenwich. So when we measure from 82.5 degrees longitude, then it will be 5.5 degrees, 5.5 hours more. So that's why it will be when it is 12 noon in London, it will be 5:30 p.m. in India. Okay. Next, the value of the prime meridian is, the prime meridian is 0 degrees longitude. Next is the frigid zone lies near the poles. Okay, the total number of longitudes are, so we have 180 longitudes. Next, the Antarctic Circle is located in, the Antarctic Circle is located in the southern hemisphere. Okay, the Arctic Circle is located in the northern hemisphere. Next, grid is a network of, so the grid is a network of parallels of latitudes and meridians of longitudes. Next, fill in the blanks. So the first one is the Tropic of Capricorn is located at, so the Tropic of Capricorn is located at 23.5 degrees south latitude. Next, the standard meridian of India is, it is 82.5 degrees east longitude. So the 0 degree meridian is also known as the prime meridian. Okay. Next, the distance between the longitudes decreases towards. So as we approach the poles, the distance of the longitudes decrease. So the answer is poles. The distance between the longitudes decrease towards poles. Next, the Arctic Circle is located in the Arctic Circle is located in northern hemisphere. Antarctic Circle is located in southern hemisphere. So this is all about the second lesson of geography. Thank you for watching.